sliding a little bit farther south on the line. So there's your couplet right there. There's your little spin. That's why we have a tornado warning in Wayne County right now. It's sliding south of Doylestown. If we zoom in closer, we can probably get a couple more towns to pop on there. There's Marshallville right there. Look at that. That's actually increased in spin a little bit over the past scan. So Marshallville in your safe spot. This is going to slide. It looks like it's trying to translate a little farther south. I also see something fun right in there. You know, you got these little tiny, brief little twists in this squall line. So you got one little one there, you got one here. That's the tornado warned storm.
Got some over here.
And we had some over here.
Oh.
This, you know, you've got little notches in here. This is our wind velocity product, okay? Reds and greens. The red is blowing away from the radar, the green is blowing toward the radar. So you can see where you have green coming this way next to red, you can see this is a spin right in here, little tiny notches in there. So tornado warning there until...
So that's till 8:45, and it did get a little trim. They haven't extended it yet into Canton. I'm assuming they're going to wait to see if it completely dies down, which I'm not sure is the case. I think it's going to be one of those oscillations where it weakens and increases.
That one's been persistent for probably the last
It was
20
near
minutes.
Seville when it started.
That's true. Okay, so it was up here. We first
Yeah.
noticed it on our Facebook live feed when it was up
Yeah.
here. There, right in here. We
So it
first
started
noticed.
around 8:07.
So 8:07, and now it's sliding southward. Okay. All right, so this one has been persistent, and it looks like it will continue to be persistent right here as it slides south and east through northeastern Wayne County on its way towards Stark County. We'll
Yeah,
see.
it kind of has like a push like this.
Ooh,
like,
it's going to... See, these storms have a mind of their own. They'll start to curve a little bit on you, and individual features inside these thunderstorms will also start to do their own thing and go their own way, if you will. You can see the gust front sliding out right from this little... This tells me that we've got an inflow right into here because you can see a little gust front right there, and it wraps around right into here. So this, again, it's the same area we've been telling you about. There is a tiny bit of spin right there. Of course, you got your spin here. Katie's right. It's trying to slide down the line a little bit. The latest scan took it from here and dropped it down to here, almost out of our tornado warned
box, yeah.
box. So we'll have to see what that one does.
And you can see it now. It's more diffuse again. It just is
Yeah.
trying to do something. It might not be a tornado on the ground even, but you might be getting funnels and.
Sure. And you've got all of these bright red colors here, and the brighter the colors, the higher the wind speed. So bright reds would indicate 40, 50 plus mile an hour winds all across Summit County, all across Portage County, portions of Medina County too. And the good news is Greater Cleveland, Chardon, Burton, look at this. Things are looking so much better. You still have your flood advisories and your big flood warning here. You still have some brief heavy rain around Oberlin and Wellington. We got a couple of storms that are firing behind the main line, but those will be non-severe. And you still might hear a rumble of thunder during the overnight hours as there still is the threat for an isolated thunder shower through tonight. So Greater Cleveland, the flooding, you know, we've had reports of trapped people and cars and flooding all around the metro area. So please be aware of that if you're traveling this evening. Here's Cuyahoga Falls right in here. This is Blossom Music Center, where thousands of folks want to hear a concert, and they're waiting in their cars now. Look at all that lightning. They're not going to let them in for a little while longer, probably another 30 minutes or so. We got to get this lightning storm out of here because all of these folks are sitting on the lawn. Not with this lightning. All right, so here's Cuyahoga Falls, and right up in here is where you have Blossom. So they're right on the edge of seeing the heavy rain go bye-bye, but you still got a lot of thunder and lightning within a few miles, so they're not going to allow folks back into the park yet. Here's our little notch. There's a little notch here on the reflectivity. Let's see if that translates into anything on our, yeah, kind of right in here, although the other one is kind of a little farther south.
Yeah.
So we got a couple they're very, very diffuse, couple of notches there.
It's like a spike of something gusty near Akron.
Oh, there's 60 plus mile an hour winds there. Let's zoom on that. Thanks, Katie.
Yeah.
Good catch. This is 60 plus mile an hour winds when you start to see pink. So that's Talmadge. There you go. That's Goodyear Heights. That's Britain, Ellet, Mogador, and this is going to slide probably, it may go this way.
Let's see
Okay.
the path.
Let's see what it does. Okay, we got a picture from I-90 McKinley. I-90 McKinley. What do we got here? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's a river.
Wow.
That is a river. I-90 and McKinley. And folks are driving through that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Turn around, don't drown. Road work ahead. I mean, that's going to stop you.
Oh.
Look at the water
Look at all
flowing.
of that. It's so heavy.
I mean, that's what 2 inches of water in a major metro area in 20 minutes looks like. So that is impressive stuff. So a multifaceted severe weather event is ongoing right now across northern Ohio. Here's some damaging wind gusts to 60, maybe even 65 miles per hour near Talmadge down toward Mogador, sliding that way. We've got our tornado warning right here, and our little notch is harder to find, but it's most likely near Marshallville, somewhere in that area. We got a new scan. Got a new scan.
It's not super impressive, but
No.
it's just enough to be concerning.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little couplet there, there's a little couplet there. So we got a couple of little spins along the leading edge of this squall line of thunderstorms. And not to be expected, unexpected, I should say. This is not unexpected, let's put it that way. No double negatives allowed on News 5. So we're not seeing the little red spot anymore that would indicate the shear.
Yeah, there's a tiny one, but
There's
that
a
seems
tiny one.
that seems like a funky spot.
Yeah, it seems out of place.
It
So,
is, yeah.
so again, down here I see one. I see kind of one right up in here. The original tornado warning was kind of issued for this one here. There's another one that's kind of strengthening up. Just be aware. I don't think these are going to be anything, if there is a touchdown of a tornado, it would be brief. It would most likely be an EF0, which is, 80 mile an hour winds. That's still strong. That still could take the carport down, take some trees down, maybe take your power out. As long as you're indoors where it's safe, thumbs up, okay? Thumbs up. So there, look at all the winds. These are just tremendous amounts of winds.
I am encouraged, though. I don't see as much of the potential for rotation in this area from Youngstown to Greene. It's just sloppy.
Yeah, it's just real jagged.
Yeah.
Call it jagged. You can just see this jagged edge of red with some green. There's definitely a little gust front right in here. Definitely a little gust front that curves up. There's a lot of, these are 40 mile an hour wind gusts, 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts right now. Okay, I want to show you some Westlake hail pics. This is from
Peter Gunn.
This is from Peter Gunn, our sales manager extraordinaire. I mean, this looks like snow. And I made the bold statement that all severe weather hazards were in play for today except for snow. Well, I stand corrected.
Right. You got an inch there.
That looks like a winter storm warning right there. That's hail. And a varying size. But you can definitely look in there and you can see quarter-sized hailstones throughout. In fact, I see some larger ones. I see some ping pong ball-sized hail. A lot of pea-sized hail. A lot of dime-sized hail, but a couple of bigger ones in there. And that's the way it's been. Do we have any hail lingering, Katie?
Let's look at the, so there's still a lot of...
There's still some hail. It's not,
yeah,
not
but
super big.
But it's, and what's interesting is that everything, when it was coming on shore, if we go back, 2 hours, when it was coming on to our northern communities, it was all the leading edge. Now, when we fast forward to where it is now, it's not really along that northern edge anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of separated back. Yeah. So these thunderstorms have matured and now they're leaning toward decay. Okay, all thunderstorms have a life cycle. There's our notch. Here it is.
Still there.
It is still there. This is our little notch. I don't think they're going to extend this tornado warning. I really don't.
It goes on for another 6 minutes. They haven't said anything in chat.
Okay.
Oh, nope, they just issued a new, as we were talking,
New tornado
warning for Stark, Wayne until 9:15.
Okay.
Still radar indicated. It's near Orville, located 13 miles east of Worcester, moving southeast at 25 miles an hour.
Here's Worcester. Here's Orville. So here's the spin. So this new tornado warning is going to populate in here. So another one until 9:15. Okay.
Yep.
Another one until 9:15.
It's always tough on scenarios like this where there is clearly something happening, but you don't want to. It's not as bad as some tornadoes that we've had just a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, June 15th, we were seeing debris signatures and everything. So again, I would imagine the spin is somewhere in here. right in here. We have not seen the new tornado warning pop up, but it will, and that is for Stark County and portions of Wayne County. It's probably going to encompass this area here.
Yeah.
And then slide into Stark. We'll see if
Something
it
like
does
this.
include Canton.
They didn't mention Canton, but I guess we'll see. Something like this.
Okay. Yeah, something like that.
We'll see what they come up with, because it has had a little bit, well, maybe a little bit more of a southerly push. Because right now, their first warning, it's the main rotation's kind of slipped out of it.
Okay.
It's more near.
Yeah, it's right along. I think my identity of the rotation is somewhere in here, and it's right on the edge of the boundary. Of course, you've got lots of little things happening up in here, as Katie mentioned. You've got a lot of little things. So we're still waiting for that tornado warning to populate. I want to see if they're issuing it into the Canton, city of Canton area.
I'm not sure why it's taking so long to populate on our system. I'm on the right time at 8:41. I'm not 100% sure what the issue is, but sometimes it's like if you go out of the show and back in.
Okay, I'm not seeing it on our other radar screen, but we did get an alarm that another tornado warning was issued until 9:15 for Stark and Wayne counties, located near Oroville or 13 miles east of Worcester. And again, this is kind of messy. That is a messy radar. Super messy radar right there. Here's your tornado warned storm. If there is a tornado, it's somewhere down in here, okay? So this is all moot. It's all done. It would be somewhere down in here. There it is. Boom. Katie.
Not too far off. Doesn't it not include Canton, though? It's got
Does not include the city of Canton. It's got Massillon in it. Okay.
North Lawrence.
North Lawrence, Dalton, Snively into Rockville.
So southeast at 25 miles an hour.
Southeast
so yeah,
at
that's
25 miles an hour, yeah. So there it is, southeast at 25. And our best indication is it's somewhere in here. And you can usually tell because they're going to equidistant the warning on either side of where they see the spin. So, you know, if you go halfway, it's somewhere in here. So it's just out of Oroville. It's probably, there it is, North Lawrence. There it is.
Yep.
Okay, so there it is. So it's increased again. It's the spin is kind of wrapping up a little bit more. So right in here, Dalton, Sippo Lake, you got Moffett Heights, you got Massillon, you got Amherst Heights, Crystal Springs, you got East Greenville. But here's the spin sliding this way. So toward East Greenville, okay? So it probably, my hunch is it goes a little bit south of Massillon, but you're still right in the vicinity. So Massillon, pay close attention.
something like that.
Something like that. Although Mother Nature's in charge, isn't
It does.
she? Does her own thing.
And you know, while we're on it, since it started, you know, it's gone through Seville, Sterling, Marshallville. If you have any damage, let us know. Let the News 5 weather team know, or the News 5 news team as well know. That way we can see if there's any ground truth.
If you can safely do it, you can email pics to 5pics@wews.com. 5pics@wews.com. So here's our spin right now. Sorry, let's start again. Here's our spin right in here. It's a very small rotation, but it is significant enough to prompt a tornado warning for portions of Wayne County and Stark County until 9:15 p.m. this evening. This first tornado warning is set to expire. Look at these high winds here. Anywhere you see pink, all right, you're looking at 60+ mile an hour winds. So now we're into Portage County, Suffield, Randolph, New Baltimore, almost into Marlboro Township, Atwater. We've got others up around Newton Falls that are 60+ miles per hour. These storms are just pumping it out. They are just really screaming. Still, there's your tornado hook, your couplet, potential tornado right here, sliding into Stark County. And you really see it. You see a little hook right there. You see a little hook. But we're beginning to see the rain spread out a little bit more. I think the heaviest rains are beginning to diminish. It's still heavy rain, but we saw in Greater Cleveland 1 to 2 inches in about 20 minutes. Some areas 2.7 inches in 20 minutes. So it was coming down in buckets. So here's where we have 2+ inches of rain. And anywhere you see the yellow up around Paynesville, across most of northern Lorain County, across most of Cuyahoga County, into Geauga, central and southern Geauga County. Now over toward Trumbull County here, you've seen 2 inches or more of rain, and it's spreading south. Akron, you're almost there, right? You've had more than an inch of rain. City of Green, here's your tornado warning. Now the first tornado warning has expired, been allowed to fade away. This new tornado warning takes its place, and you definitely see a little spin right there on the reflectivity, and we can delve in a little bit more. Look at those high winds right there, 60+ mile-an-hour winds, Portage County. Clinton, you've got some very strong winds here as well, just outside the tornado warning. But if you look at our velocity, wind velocity, red blowing away from the Cleveland-Hopkins radar, green blowing toward the Cleveland-Hopkins radar, where you see these two kind of come together and form this little curl, that's what we call a couplet. That's a velocity couplet, and that's the area of concern right in there. It's just near Dalton, sliding this way. There it is. So again, city of Massillon, you're in the tornado warning. Pay close attention because these things can shift. These things can go a little bit farther north. So I want everybody in Massillon to really be paying attention here. Know where your safe spot is, okay? Center hallway closet, lowest floor of your home. If you don't have a basement, basement's a great place to be, but if you don't have a basement, interior hallway or closet, interior bathroom. Stay away from the exterior wall, stay away from windows as well. We're almost getting ready to cross into Stark County, out of Wayne County here. Look at the expanding wind field here of 60+ mile-an-hour winds across southern Portage County.
One other thing I'm noticing, Mark, is that Pittsburgh National Weather Service office, you see this weird shape right here. They have issued, it looks like as they move into their neck of the woods, at least to start, they're starting with a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm assuming they're seeing the same thing we are. But
yeah. So legitimately, every county in the News 5 viewing area has been warned for severe weather this evening. It's official now because now we have portions of Tuscarawas, Carroll, Columbiana under an official severe thunderstorm warning. Of course, here's your tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm warnings all around it with this squall line moving through. We have 60+ mile-an-hour winds. We can see them right now on the radar anywhere there's pink. That's 60 to 65 mile-an-hour winds capable of taking out power. Last we checked, we had almost 50,000 people without power right now due to these storms. So here's where the potential tornadic rotation is right in here. Let's zoom on in real close to it. See that? There it is. It's our couplet right in here. There's East Greenville, there's Dalton. So it's between East Greenville and Dalton right now, and this is the Stark County line right in here, Stark County line. So it's going to travel into Stark County. It's probably crossing the line right now because it's about 5 minutes between scans, although they speed it up a little bit during severe weather. So we'll get a new scan here in a couple of minutes. So it will literally be here at the Stark County line the next time we see it. So it's ready to move in towards Sippo, Elms Acres, Massillon. Yeah, you'll be right on the edge. We want you in your safe spot. South and east at about 35 miles per hour. Look at this. It's definitely, you got stuff coming up this way and curving in. You got stuff coming around this way and curving this way. You definitely can see the S. See the S? If I'm really poor writer at cursive, you could draw the S. So we've got a little spin and right in this area here. And that's where we've been tracking it. We started at Facebook at 8:04-ish, 8:06. We saw it on Facebook Live, and that's where we identified this little area of concern. And then a few minutes later, we had the tornado warning issued, the first one for the Seville area. So Orville, you're fine. Seville, you're fine. Medina, you're out of the woods. No tornado warning. You're going to see it on the screen all over the place. Medina County tornado warning, or Wayne County tornado warning, or Stark County. We're trying to pinpoint where we believe the danger is. So you're okay in Seville. Worcester, you're okay. You're not under any tornado warning. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning, but the tornado warning is east of you, and it's sliding right now into Stark County. So it's somewhere in this area, moving out of Dalton. And there's Massillon. There's the city of Canton. Notice Canton, city of, you are not in the tornado warning. You have a severe thunderstorm warning out for you until 9:30, but you're not in the tornado warning. There is the spin, and it's right on the line. It's right on the border. There's all the 60+ mile-an-hour winds up here near Suffield and Atwater and Limaville and Marlboro Township, moving into Hartville. Some pretty impressive wind gusts there. We've had numerous reports of trees down. We have tons of power outages being reported right now. I'm talking thousands Five figures, 50,000 plus.
I could get newest numbers on that. There's also, we got a storm report from the National Weather Service about that there's in the Akron area. So it said a spotter is in Akron, Summit County, and they said the dugouts were flooded roughly 2 to 3 inches at Canal Park with standing water all the way outside the dirt track. And that's what we've seen on roads as well, not just dugouts, making it really complicated to be on the roads this evening.
So Canal Park is home of the Akron Rubber Ducks. And you normally use a rubber duck in a bathtub. Well, guess what? The dugouts became a bathtub tonight, unfortunately. Sure did. We're glad everybody's safe. That's the important thing right now. We're glad everybody's safe. Let's widen out real quick again and make sure we keep an eye, and we'll show everybody reflectivity again. There's our spin right in here. It's crossing the line into Stark County. Again, this is moving relatively quickly through the warning, while the rest of the storms take their sweet time moving on by.
That's nice to see.
Yeah, it is. You expect to see a line of severe thunderstorms gradually accelerate. Okay, we have a live pic from Akron downtown. The storm is just moving away. Wow, you can see the lightning show, and there has been heavy rain in Akron. We're finally seeing the skies brighten to the north and east, but you can still see what's left of the severe thunderstorm is moving south of downtown Akron right now.
Yeah, the worst is moving out of Akron, which is good.
Okay, we have some pictures now coming in from Mentor of a downed tree on a power line here. Oh, there it is. That might be why some of you don't have power in the city of Mentor. Okay, that's a nice little tree limb down. This is severe weather damage, folks. This is severe weather damage. And there are numerous pictures like this playing out all across the News 5 viewing area, and still to come, as these storms are not quite out of the viewing area just yet. So here's our line: Youngstown, Warren, Atwater, Alliance, Akron. You're just now on the northern edge of this. Good news, Cuyahoga Falls. You're drying out. You should be able to let the kids back into Blossom to enjoy their concert, albeit quite a bit later than they expected. But here's the tornado warned storm here, now moving into Stark County. Let's see the latest scan on the velocity. Right in there. Okay. Again, it's just, you can see it. It's right in here. It's not real strong, but it's there. It's right in there. East Greenville, traveling that way. Probably going to miss Massillon by a little bit, but no. Stay where you are.
Respect the polygon.
Yep, respect the polygon, Massillon. That's right. You're in it. I can say Oroville's fine. You're still in the polygon, but you're okay. Dalton, it's moved by you. It's now moving into Stark.
Oh, there we go. Big jump. You were talking about how fast it's moving. Look at that.
Boom. So this is where the little couplet is right now, right in here. Let's check our shear rate real quick and see if we've lost. So what is this? Well, this is horizontal. This is horizontal wind gusts right in here. So we've got a gust front that's just blazing away through Stark County now, through Massillon. So there's a wall of wind coming down that's horizontal. But along that, right in this area here, we have a brief little twist. Got a little twist in that line that's concerning because the horizontal can be lifted and tilted into the vertical and produce what we know is a tornado. So that's what we're worried about right in this area here. But you can see where that wall of wind is, right in here, all along this line, horizontal line of strong winds. Moffett Heights, right near you, is where we expect our spin to be, although we're losing it a little bit, which is fine with me.
Me too. And look at that. Oroville is now officially.
Oroville, you've been removed. They've cut the polygon down. Dalton, you should be removed as well. That's just my opinion. But you should be removed as well because here's where the spin is. It's now into Stark County. Now,
I would say probably 10 minutes. It's going to outrun this warning box, this box. It's moving fast.
Okay, we got a First Energy time lapse that we want to show you. First Energy cam as these storms rolled on in. Wow, there goes the gust front. Here comes the heavy rain.
Oh.
Heavy torrential rainfall. And now we finally dried it out. Great time lapse. Oh, and then we got more, another round. Whew. That was about 2 to 2.5 inches of rain, all in the course of 10 seconds.
It happened so fast. I poked my head outside when I could hear the rain on our top of our building, and I went to open the door, and it slammed back in my face, and that was straight line winds, but the warning was for 70 miles an hour. So everyone's basically been affected by these storms in some way.
You got it. We saw on the air at 6:27 as our News 5 at 6 show was ending. We had a live picture from Fairport Harbor, and we captured that 80-mile-an-hour wind coming on shore, and it looked like a hurricane. It was hurricane force winds.
Yeah, it was a report of 81, so yeah, over Category 1.
All right, let's show you. We're paying attention. This is
there it is.
Fairport Harbor. This was as we ended our show, and watch the debris coming in off the trees. Just impressive. If you saw it in real time live, I mean, look, here it comes. Look at this. There it is.
There's
there
a
it is, right there.
big change, yeah.
There's 80-mile-an-hour winds that just went by. And again, this is sped up. That's sped up. I mean, we were on it, and we were on that shot for a good 30 seconds, and it was just barely visible when we were live on TV a little while ago. So here's your tornado warning, and around that tornado warning, we have severe thunderstorm warnings with various expiration times. Say that 3 times fast. Anywhere you see the pink, this is wind velocity. Anywhere you see the pink, that's 60-plus mile-an-hour winds now. So we've got a lot of wind gusts, 60, 65 miles per hour throughout Portage County, now moving into Stark County toward the city of Alliance, now moving into Mahoning County there. Right in here, you can see the pink. Good news for Parkman. Good news for Akron, Shalersville, Medina. Your worst is by you. Okay, the worst is by you. You can see all these severe thunderstorm warnings here have been trimmed back. They were up here, they're no longer there. Youngstown under a severe thunderstorm warning. There's your pink, there's your worst wind, and of course you have your tornado warning storm here. For this little...
I'm not impressed, but we're getting pretty far from the radar site.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I'm not seeing any spin showing up here. Anywhere you see pink, that would be perhaps some small hail. We're really not even worried about hail anymore, Katie. Anything large anyway. There'll still be some hail, but it looks like now that the 1-inch hail threat is diminishing. The severe hail threat is fading away. We still have the wind gusts right there. There's a new one. That's getting close to 60. North Canton into Canton. So any spin would be right in there. There's your tornado warning, been trimmed down. It was going way south. They've trimmed this tornado warning back. They trimmed the box. See that? Look how far the box, how big it was. And then scan, scan, scan. Now it's down to here.
It'll be interesting in another 5 minutes to see if it gets...
Yeah, it goes till 9:15. I don't think they're going to let it go that long. I really don't.
Especially once it gets into Pittsburgh territory.
We have reports of a funnel cloud coming out of Cuyahoga Falls. Let's see what we can see.
Blossom.
This is Daniel Gibson. All right. I see a lot of spin. I see, clouds can spin. They can move. They can move. Okay. Okay. I just see, you can see that. You can see the clouds slowly turning. Slowly turning. I really don't see a funnel cloud there. I don't see a funnel cloud there. I see a lot of turbulence in the sky, though. I see clouds moving in all directions. Okay. Do we have different video coming up? Okay. So here's your highest wind gusts. Anywhere you see pink, you're talking 60-plus mile-an-hour winds. Lexington near Alliance, North Canton moving into Canton. Tornado warning storm keeps getting, the tornado warning itself is really, really tiny. Basically confined to a small portion of Stark County. Massillon, city of Massillon, no longer in the tornado warning. Yes, you can come out of your safe spot. Remember, we said respect the polygon? Well, now you can scoff at it because it's not over you. All right?
Also, look at that. Just that rotation is just like, it's just not as impressive. If we go back to where it looked, what it looked like before.
Yeah, right in here you can see definitely a spin there, but it's really fading out.
It is flattened pretty considerably. Look at the difference there from Elton to Canton Road.
Yeah, so the spin would be somewhere in here, and it's really not there anymore. I could argue you've got little things going on here, but nothing that I'm real concerned about. Everything needs to be watched. Hills and Dales, you got a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust there. Alliance, you're getting into that 60-mile-an-hour range. It's moving in right now. Beloit, Lexington, Alliance. You got big-time winds coming in. Big-time winds coming in.
Oh, due to severe thunderstorms, Jason Aldean's concert at Blossom has been postponed to Sunday, September 17th. All tickets will be honored for the new date. Please
Okay.
stay tuned to all social media channels for further details. Thank you, Rob Powers.
So thanks, Rob Powers. You brought that in. Jason Aldean postponed until September. A lot of folks spent a lot of time in their car this evening waiting for that announcement. All right, at least everybody's safe. That's the most important thing.
Sure, we haven't gotten any reports of any injuries. We have had some concerning reports about people stranded on or in their cars with floods.
In downtown Cleveland.
Yeah. Hopefully that all worked itself.
All worked itself out. Katie makes a great point. We always say, turn around, don't drown. But when you know there's a flooding event occurring or going to occur, if you don't have to get in your car and drive for a little while, wait it out. That's the best advice. Wait it out. Here's your tornado warning here. We really don't see that hook anymore. We really don't. I'm not seeing it.
Everything's kind of weakening. It's becoming more rain, more lightning. We still have all these flood issues that doesn't just immediately recede.
Okay, and when the storms passed through the Mentor area earlier, here's one of the results. We had a tree fall on a car.
No.
Yeah, that's a pretty big limb there. And that's a heavy enough limb to do significant damage to that car. This is in Mentor. We have other pictures from Mentor now. Look at the tree damage there. Wow. This is Mentor Harbor Yacht Club. This is Mentor on the lake. And you can see a lot of trees now all across the area. And now it's Stark County's turn. Here, pink, that's 60 plus, North Canton to Canton. You've got 50 to 60 mile an hour winds racing. It's already into downtown. Here's your tornado warning. There's a new scan right in. Yeah, I think it's about time that this warning kind of go away.
I agree. I think that what's happening over Alliance is arguably worse than this little pink box.
This is straight line winds, but it's 60, 65 mile an hour. We did have a spin here, but we're really not seeing it. It's kind of disappeared, and the wind gusts here are not nearly as strong as here. So yeah, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. We've got Southern Summit. We've got Stark County, we've got Southern Portage, we got Trumbull, we've got Mahoning counties all until 9:30 p.m. this evening. Other warnings issued for 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m.
Let's see.
We got Carroll, Columbiana. Okay.
So the Carroll is till
9:45.
Yep.
Okay, we got Carroll, Columbiana, Tuscarawas County. The only county that is technically not in our viewing area, we haven't had a warning for yet, is Holmes?
Holmes, we did not get a Holmes warning.
We did not get a Holmes warning. And Coshocton, we haven't gotten a warning yet, but it looks like Coshocton will fall because here's the next line coming toward Coshocton. So Holmes County is the only one we haven't had a warning for. Okay, all right. Tornado warning.
Holmes County wins today.
Holmes County wins. If there is a spin in here, can we go in real quick,
Sure.
Katie, and just take another quick look? And just look at parameters here. There's really nothing going on there, folks. All right, I'm going to make a decision here, Katie.
Yes.
I'm going to say I think we're okay to go back to regular programming.
You know what, and it's great timing. You're really good. You always do this, where you say something and the National Weather Service just put into chat that the rotation has weakened quite a bit. We're not currently planning to warn downstream. What's left of the rotation will probably get a couple of minutes to just get rid of this ongoing tornado warning. So
okay, so we sounded the all clear, and I guess others agree. Okay, folks, we're going to send you back to regular programming. For Katie McGraw, myself, and the News 5 staff. Stay safe, be aware, and watch us at 11 for all the latest. We got some damaged stuff we're going to show you that will impress you. We'll be back at 11. See you then.
You can play for what you earned, and you're going to start 5 steps away from the bank, and the chaser will be 3 steps behind you.